My name is YouTube. That's not my name. Hello, everyone. My name is AJ, and I don't have a good intro. That was probably the worst intro I've ever done. I should probably check to make sure that my music audio is good. Yepers looks good to me. Oh my goodness! Hello. Thank you, Drake Lemon 242 for subscribing. That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. I should really customize that alert. I just haven't figured out how to just yet. Chicken tastes good. Chicken does taste good. I'm gonna quickly announce to the Discord that we're live. What we're gonna be doing today is I have commissions to do, and I meant they should have been finished forever ago, but you know, I was sick and then my tablet broke, so I had to get a new one. I have a new one now. So I haven't I haven't tested it yet. So I'm going to be really upset if it doesn't work. That would be real suck. That would be very, very suck. Hang on, let me plug this bad boy in. I should have done that before stream, but I didn't feel like it, so I didn't. Is the audio on the music and also on my voice okay? Cause it seems like my mic has like figured out how to be, you know, a decent volume for once. But I don't know if it's overwhelming the music or if the music is overwhelming me. Let's see. Alright. Plugged in there. Plugged in there. Alright, it looks like it's lighting up okay. Woke up just in time. Good to see you, Trey. Just getting the setup all figured out. Man, that viewer count takes forever to fix itself. I still got the Charybdis song stuck in my head. That sucks. I know it's Charybdis. But I always read her name as Charybdis. Alright, looks like everything's working. Lovely. Let's get started then. What happened to chat? Where did it go? I closed my phone. Whoopsie. What did you all think of the video today? I always read it as Cherrybis. That's a good one. Just a second, everyone. I apologize. I forgot to watch it. Fan, everybody point and laugh at him. Forgive me for not watching it. Never! Never! Man, that's really bizarre. I've never seen my mic get that loud before. This is new. It still doesn't pick up on my little stems, though. Alright, now we're ready to go. Okay. Wow, your new avatar can speak? Yes, it can! Blank made it for me. It was very nice of them. I want to apologize publicly because last stream I accidentally got their pronouns wrong. I was calling them she when they're a they. My bad. I should have checked. I'm so sorry. I forgot chat again. What's wrong with me? I keep turning my phone off. There we go. Now I can see it. Oh, is Quinn in the chat? Where did he go? Hello, Quinn! Hello! What happened to my music? Oh, it's just quiet. It's just at one of those quiet parts. Also, thank you, AJ, for starting the live this early. I was watching The Walking Dead, and I got so mad at the episode I was watching. What happened in your episode? Let's see. What was I don't remember what I was doing. It's been a long time since it's been like 10 days since I last like drew in this file, so I don't even remember what my plan was. We drawing sexy um yeah, a little bit. Um um So this is one of Mercer's commissions. He wanted a tiger sage, kind of like this guy, but for some reason, I don't know why it keeps happening. I keep accidentally making them hot. I don't mean to keep doing that. I really don't. It just happens. My two favorite characters got held as hostages and they're both being so badly mistreated. I was so mad at it. Understandable, actually. You know what's making me mad right now? So I'm role playing with my friend Ducky. Like we've always got a role play like up at any given time. And you know, she's got a new job now, so she hasn't been able to dedicate as much time to me as she used to be because she's busy. And she just started now responding just as I go up on stream. I'm angry because I can't respond to her while I'm on stream. I should have streamed earlier when she was at work, but I have a schedule. Maybe you just have a thing for tigers and are subconsciously making him hot? The thing is that I don't, though. I really don't. Like, I like furries, I really do, but I'm not, like, attracted to them or anything. I just like drawing them. Drawing them makes me happy. You know, sometimes a furry design will like be something like that I'm attracted to, but not very frequently. I'm not one of those people that's gonna goon at every picture of a dog on two legs. Oh, oops. Yeah, computer's dying. Love that. Fun fact related to this art, I actually had a tiger as one of the animals to base Kane's sinner form off of. It ended up being outvoted by a wolf, though. Interesting, interesting. Why a wolf? Tigers are muscular as heck, so making a humanoid one is sort of impossible to make them not slightly attractive. Well, the thing is, even if tigers weren't always super buff for no reason, I would still have no choice but to make him the ideal male form because he was specifically requested to be very muscular. I wrote that down in my notes. But I'm talking more about like Mimsy and and Leviathan, because those two women are not supposed to be pretty, and I made them pretty on accident. I didn't even mean to. Like I was trying to make them not pretty, and wait. His puffy pants. Um. I'm curious if the demon forms of the deadly sins are based off of their mothers. I don't know if I would say based off of their mothers, but how I do it whenever I'm designing one of the sins is I'll usually design the mother first, and then I'll combine Lucifer's design with the mother's design, um, and with ever so slightly basing it off of the original design, maybe, but only if I like the original design. Sometimes I'll take elements. Like, I've actually got this idea for Mammon that I've had, like, floating in my head for a long time. I want to make him, like, kind of based off of a hookworm. Or at least some kind of parasite, but I'm really leaning towards, like, a hookworm with, like, a hookworm combined with a water bear, because water bears are really cute, except for the face. So I was thinking a hookworm's face with a water bear's body and then a big long tail. I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, I think I remembered. Anyway, that means that because he's a worm, that his mother also has to be a worm. so, so I've unintentionally made made Lucifer canonically bang two very large worms. The worm that I'm thinking about combining him with right now is the Mongolian deathworm. Just looked up a water bear. I'm unsubscribing now. Lucifer got down dirty with a worm. With multiple worms, yeah, because I designed a Charybdis to also look very, very worm-like. I based her off of a bobbit worm. To answer your question about why a wolf was picked as the basis for Kane's Sinner design, it's because that's what got the most votes on the poll that I set up in the server. Okay, that makes sense. Well, what other animals did you have on there? Like out of curiosity. And like, what is the reason that you picked those animals specifically? Is it because um, is it just because those animals that you picked are cool? Listening to stream with one earbud on my phone while my computer earbud is in my ear to hear my friend. Pay attention to your friend. Oh god, I looked up a bobbit worm and I can't help but be fascinated and scared of it. Yeah, bobbit worms kind of suck. I hate them. I really don't like bobbit worms. The thing is, I remember when I was looking through the comments, on my video today, and I kept like seeing mentions of like the deep sea and deep sea creatures. The thing about bobbit worms is bobbit worms are not deep sea creatures. They're from the shallow seas. Those things live like in coral reefs and shallow waters. They're not in deep sea. Those things are on Maine. Lucifer would be the type of demon to get attracted to xenomorphs. Xenomorphs are basic for him. I've seen people on YouTube in this chat are calling Leviathan attractive. Must have been yacht. No, fellas! She doesn't have a yacht. It just kind of looks like she has one. But she doesn't actually. She does not have yacht! Stop saying she has yacht! She doesn't! So she's flat? Well, no, she doesn't have legs. It's all tentacles under there. Yacht deception. It looks a little weird. I can fix it later. I don't care right now. Yes. Oh god. She's gonna have legs in her demon form, but they won't be sexy legs. They're gonna be like, the plan is for her demon form to have this kind of shape on it, and then the legs will be something like that. So in this form, she'll have yacht. And the face will be right here. And then the mouth will be right there. That's the plan for the demon form when I eventually get to it. Well, Ursula had yacht and her legs were tentacles, so I can't. No, Ursula's different. Ursula's built different. So she looks like a toad. No, not really. She's gonna look like a big fish. Hang on, let me get a picture of kind of like what the inspiration was. Let's see. Am I allowed to like copy and paste it? I would really like. Wasn't Ursula based off of a drag queen from back then? She was actually. Hang on. I've got it. This thing. This guy, the fish guy from Resident Evil 8. How many urban legends are there about BBFFB Alistair? I feel like that would make a good Hell of a Boss episode where Imp thinks they're getting hunted down by Alistair's ghost in a mission or something. Well, that would be lovely, except that Alistair wasn't born yet. So, can you draw a fish with 4 legs? I absolutely can. I'm an artist, I can draw anything. Rapid Wereweeb is saying that they find her pretty but not attractive. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's kind of how I feel. Is I think she is pretty. I think she's got like some appeal to her, but I don't think she's attractive. When does Heck of a Boss take place? It'll be taking place in medieval times. I was originally gonna set it at the same time as where Hell of a Boss is set, except that I'm bored. Like I'm kind of bored of the modern fantasy aesthetic. Just a little bit, because although I do love it, I don't want to do 2 shows that are both have the same exact aesthetic and are set in the same time period. That's boring to me. Like I get bored of things if I do them too much. And, you know, there's a lot of elements of Hell of a Boss that I think would work better and make more sense to the audience if they took place in medieval times. Because it's really hard to like suspend your disbelief enough to think that the Goetia haven't changed since the dawn of time. That's a really difficult thing to like believe. So the sexism or like the way that their system is set up, it's hard to believe that it's set up the way that it is while also simultaneously existing in a world where gay people are allowed to exist in the way that we understand them today. Oh my, Jesse, that's a big comment. Bear and tiger were the ones I picked for wrath. As for wolf and fox, well, I did some googling and found out that dogs were apparently associated with envy. Really? I did not know that. So I went with that since the most common animal that was associated with envy was a snake, which I felt was represented enough by Charlie, Penchus, and Lucifer. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. I think medieval times works better, actually, especially for dorks and the Goetia. Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, this does mean that I have to change a few elements. Actually, pretty much everything. About Cletus's human form. I don't think I have to change anything about his regular one. I think even the only thing I might change about his regular form, the cherub part of him, the only thing I would need to change there would maybe be switching out the bow tie for a cravat. Because cravats were like the grandfather of the bow tie, in a sense. In Heck of a Boss, will Millie still kick butt? Yes. Goodness gracious, I'm thirsty. I don't think my microphone picks up when I'm drinking. The only thing that, like, I'm a little nervous about, for Heck of a Boss, would probably be, like, how I'm gonna handle Wrath. Because I do like the idea of the country theming, for Wrath. I think that's a great idea. And I've got something in mind, uh, sorry about that. My nose was full of boogers. Where is it? So I've actually had this particular image saved for like a really long time as a reference that I want to use for Behemoth's outfit. My goodness, that's a yacht. um But I would very much like to use this because it looks so cool. It looks so cool. There's so many boogers in my nose. I can't breathe! I can't breathe! What was I doing? My goodness, has it been 30 minutes already? Well, like, more like 25. Blow your nose, AJ? No! I will not! I will suck all of it into myself. Is stream super delayed, or do I just need to reload my chat? AJ's a snot-nosed child. Well, the thing is, I'm poor. I'm poor, and I choose to buy things that I want instead of things that I need. I will never purchase Kleenex. Ever. I will not. I refuse. The closest I'll ever get to purchasing Kleenex is toilet paper. Then use a napkin, paper towel, or toilet paper. Well, the thing I haven't bought toilet paper in a while. I've been mooching off my roommates. It's wild four-person plata. Heck am I gonna do with your arms? I think that's what I've been avoiding. No. The thing about stealing toilet paper is the toilet paper is one of the few things in our house that's for communal use. Like, 'cause, you know, it's it would be really annoying for everybody to have to use their own individual toilet paper when there's only one roll that you can like put it on, right? So we just share. And we really ought to like make a schedule for whose turn it is to provide the toilet paper to like make sure that everything's fair. I feel bad for never contributing. I'm alive. Good to see you. Good to see you. Worst part about muscular people is figuring out the arms. I'm like, what to do with the arms? We'll put them there. Your fun little detail about his eyeball here is I made the pattern kind of look like a bird. So there's the head, and there's the neck, and here's the body, and there's the tail. It's loafing. I'm so excited for Monday. My dad is gonna give me money so I can buy the Mythal Lethal physical book with the extra art. Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. I tried watching it, but I just didn't get like super invested in it. Unfortunately, like the girls, the voice acting for the one girl character, was her name Mythal or was it Lethal? Which one was it? I forget. But the girl character is played by the same guy that does the narration and the other stuff, and it's hard for me to like take it seriously. It's actually watching that like actually gave me the inspiration and embarrassment that I needed to decide to re-release the first two episodes of An Arrangement Was Made, because my boy voice acting probably sounds to the male ear just as bad as his female voice acting. Did y'all know that the episode, not the episode, but that the Minecraft movie was releasing on the 3rd? I could have sworn it was releasing on the 5th. And now I'm upset because I really thought it was going to be on the 5th, which meant that my video would come out exactly a week after it. And no. I was so excited. Finally, a video that will be on time and on topic, and no. For some reason, I thought it was coming out in March. Oh, I hear a noise. AJ, did you see the Minecraft movie? I did not. Thank you for the subscription person's name I can't pronounce. Like, this doesn't even look like words to me. It was released on the 4th? Oh. Well, the commission reference sheet on the side, including a word monk, has made me curious as to what a Tibetan Mastiff Hellhound would look like. What's a Tibetan Mastiff? Let's go explore together. Let me turn on my display capture. Oh, let me put that up there. Display capture on. What is Tibetan Mastiff? Oh goodness, that's a dog! Why do you look like that? Is that your tail? Oh lordy. What a physique. It's very fluffy. It looks like it would probably be extremely expensive. But it also looks like it should not exist. You know, this looks like one of those dog breeds that's existence is pain. DM'd you a pic? Okay. Yeah, that's a dog, but if it was a bear, actually. I did not click on that, shut up. They look like they got a fur vest coat on. They do, not gonna lie. That would probably be a very good hellhound. Oh. I hope that noise didn't get picked up by my mic. I feel like there's probably something in chat that I'm missing. Nope. I really thought I did. Does that mean if Master gets that bear dog, Fast Dobby will be free? No. Don't you understand that I employ you strictly for the child labor? I was working on a character design somewhat similar to this one. It got startled when I opened the stream. Check out if you're interested. Okay. Let's go on a journey, guys. Let's go on another journey. Please. Thank you. Let's go on another journey. Let's see. Is this what we're talking about? Is this one it? Yeah, it does have similarities. I think I might steal the bandage legs. That's a cool idea. I do like that. That is cool. Oh my god, I have not started on the celebration vid. I haven't even read through the OC submission room. I'm so bad at my job. Oh god. Oh no. No. What's wrong with me? Oh lord. I mean, I got everything ready, like, in advance. I got everything ready in advance, and then I didn't actually do what I was supposed to do. I forgot to do the most important part. Anyway, yeah, so I haven't seen the Minecraft movie, and I don't plan to ever. in my life. I have absolutely no interest in it. It looks like absolute dookie. Like that movie looks like what video game movies used to be like before people realized that you can actually make them good. Oh my god. And you know what? I feel bad because like you can tell, like at least from like the clips that I've seen on TikTok, that the people that made the movie, at least from the visual department, like actually do understand Minecraft and the community, and there's like references and Easter eggs and whatnot. But at the same time, the writers, everything just looks bad. I have 38 subscribers. Good for you. You're getting pretty close to your next milestone. Yeah, I remember I saw a clip, like of somebody who was like filming in the movie theater. Um, and like the way that it opened up, like it showed you like like the opening credits part where it like shows the companies that worked on it, and then it like it loaded in with like the Minecraft loading in, like square, this square, the square that gets bigger and like builds out like that. It opened up with that square. So that's actually pretty cool. I remember there was also like a Technoblade reference. And you know, I don't know anything about Technoblade. I was not a part of that community when it was popular, or ever, frankly. But I've only ever heard good things about Technoblade. It's just such a shame that 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 reference was on such a bad movie. I mentioned mastiffs because they're believed to be the reincarnated souls of monks and nuns who haven't made it into Shabhala. Sources I've read say that they're a relatively healthy dog breed. Oh, really? Oh, good. That makes me happy. I like that they're not suffering the same way that every pug and bulldog is. Hello, Soul was here. It's nice to see you. I think the plan after I get the line art done with this commission is I'll send it off to Mercer for approval. Um, and we'll either play Little Nightmares or or I'll work on some Minecraft stuff. So you know, I am making a video about the Minecraft movie. I've been wanting to make a video about the Minecraft movie like ever since the movie was initially announced. So the two main characters are obviously going to be Steve and not Alex, but the Wandering Trader. I do have plans for Alex, but those are spoilers. But anyway, I do want to show you this because when I was a kid, like I think I was in high school, maybe middle school, late middle school, early high school, somewhere around there. I actually had this idea for a story that I called "Where the Torches Lead." It was one of the first stories that like I like wrote, in a long time before an arrangement was made. But I did forget about it for a really long time. But it was called Where the Torches Lead, and it was specifically about like the life of a wandering trader, and the whole like thing was just building up to a wandering trader being killed horribly by the player because my sisters, when they would play Minecraft, they would always kill the wandering trader and steal their llamas. But you know what? I love the wandering trader. I think the wandering trader has such a nice design, and I really wanted to bring it back. The colors are a little different than when I first like designed her, like ever when I was a kid. Can I give her a smooch? Absolutely you can, if you can find the mouth underneath the nose. Anyway, so yes, her eyeball, it looks like a fish. like, look at it. Look at it. It's a fish. It's a fish. It's got a tail. It's got like the little snoot. There's the fish's eyeball. There's the fin number 1 and fin number 2. Also little Pete's. And you make it needlessly horrific at the end, and then it switches to your perspective as you play Minecraft on stream. Anyway, Steve, though, I have been struggling with. This is all I have so far. And I'm thinking, this is not wide enough. I think he needs to be wider, because I remember seeing like a picture of him where he was like wide. He needs to be wide. Like not exactly like shortish, but like just really like bulky. Like square leg. Muscular, but I don't want him to have the same body type that I've given to Adam and that I usually give to the muscular characters. I want him to be like kind of stout, I think is the word. Steve needs to be a big brick wall. I agree completely. Like he can like rip out chunks of trees and whatnot. He can punch trees down. He has to be built different. So the way that I was actually planning on designing this, is I would have like the villagers actually be the closest thing that Minecraft has to regular humans. So they're like little weaklings and they die easy. But Steve's gonna be built different. So even though Steve like looks more human than a wandering trader does, because the villagers have much larger noses than regular humans do, Steve's going to actually be the one that's less human. Give him abs? I will. I'll get to it. The later though. I have tiger to draw. I got tiger. I want to play the Minecraft now. Minecraft's bomb. I've been playing a lot of it recently because that's what I do when I can't draw or when I don't want to draw, but I still want to like be creative. I've actually made a ton of progress on the bed and breakfast for former baddies. I'm nearly done with it. I've just got like one floor left to do, and then I've got the roof, and that's it. I headcanon that the watering trader name shall now be Violet Wandy Lamps. I was just gonna call her the trader. Cause like, the plan was for there to actually be a pretty intense language barrier between the wandering trader and and Steve, since they are different species and they speak different languages, so they can't really communicate in the same way that two people can. Even two people that have a language different. Well, actually, yeah. Um, but yeah, so they can't quite communicate. So the Minecraft movie will be like not exactly silent, but there will be very little dialogue in it. Because that's how I think Minecraft is supposed to be. Like, it's something about Minecraft, like actual Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft, the real Minecraft, the Minecraft that I grew up with, is that it's supposed to have kind of an isolating feeling to it. Like, it's just you. You're the only one left. And the world is your oyster. Minecraft is a game where you're supposed to, like, take this world and, like, craft meaning out of it, craft your own meaning from it out of the ground with your own hands. And if you listen to like the Minecraft soundtrack, like there's a lot of happy tracks in it. I mean, we're listening to the soundtrack right now, but if you really pay attention, even though there are a lot of like happy, peaceful tracks in it, there's also a lot of songs that, although very relaxing, have like this deep sadness to them about a world gone by, a world that no longer exists. Wait, do you know the Minecraft lore? It's crazy, like pollution is the enemy. Um, I do not. I I hesitate to say that I know the lore because although I feel like I'm fairly confident on what the lore is, um, there's also probably stuff that I'm missing. The way that I'm writing it is that I've done research on the lore myself, like not with any of the books, but just like in the environmental storytelling. Because Minecraft does a lot of world building with its environmental storytelling. It's really impressive, frankly. I also watched a lot of game theory. Finally, now we have a paw. There we go. We gotta give you some claws. I recommend Game Theory's Master Timeline of Minecraft. I have seen that. I should probably watch it again. I kind of stopped watching Game Theory even before like MatPat retired. I kind of stopped watching it a little bit. I don't know why. I just got tired of it. I liked watching other things better. But after MatPat like left the theory channels, it feels really difficult to actually watch them because the way that the scripts do, like the way that the new guys talk is and the scripts that they use are in the same style that MatPat used, and you can it's it's really strange and almost uncanny that all these people are like trying to emulate the exact same style as MatPat, and it's very weird. It's very fake. Like I wish like the people that are like hosting the theory channels now would get their own voice and their own style of jokes and whatnot. Because watching them like try to emulate MatPat and live up to MatPat's personality, it's it's it it's like watching a husk being like puppeted around. Oh, hey Mercer, it's good to see you. Working on your commission right now. I'm struggling with the pause. By the way, Jesse, I did see that you sent me uh muscle references. I will not be using those because I'm stubborn. can't do it. What's wrong with me? I'm so out of practice. Raw the cat beans. I'm trying! There. It's... No! Whenever I zoom up, it looks stupid! No! No! Drawing is like writing, I guess. Step away from it, and all that muscle memory takes a vacation. Yes. The Minecraft AU story, Abiogenesis from Evil Jeremy, or Ilweldomen on Twitter, has made an interesting world based off the lore and theories existing in Minecraft. One feature is that Steve and Alex are magical automatons. I do like the idea of magical automaton. I don't know if I quite subscribe to that theory exactly. But I do like it. The Minecraft skin that I use right now is actually a magical automaton. Minecraft has canonical gods. It does. They made like a really bomb song for the Minecraft gods. I think it's called Creator. It's a really good song. You know what? Let's listen to it right now. Let me get that up. It's on my playlist because I listen to it so frequently. It's a really good song. Let me... Where is it? Why am I struggling so much? There it is. There it is. We're turning that up because it's a really good song. Then can we listen to the other song, like the one with all those bells? Yes. You'll have to remind me what it's called, though. Oh no! No! Oh no, it looks so weird and awkward. that's why. It's because the elbow is in the wrong place. Oh no! AJ, could I get some advice on my drawing of Mammon? I'm struggling really bad. Yeah, sure. It's an art advice? Alright, let's go look. Let's see. Turn on. Thank you. Alright, art advice. Oh boy. Well, I think the first thing I would start with would probably be a face. I mean, he could really... he could really use a face. His face is shadowed. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I don't see the vision, and I don't know how to help you. I really don't. Hmm. I would need to know what your like sources of inspiration were, before I could help you. I think you said like you were like basing him off the King in Yellow, right? But I don't actually know anything about that. Let's see. Can I get a summary, please? I have the images. Yeah, share the images. Put them in art advice too. Oh man, they give you the whole story. I would really like to have a summary instead. I ain't reading all that. First four stories interconnected by a fictional play which drives its readers to madness. Seems like typical Lovecraft stuff. Okay. Yes. Yes, I like this very much. I like this quite a lot. Um. Hmm. Hmm. I do not know how you are going to do this without accidentally copying these designs entirely. I feel like it needs a little bit more balance from the actual Mammon side. Um, are you going for like a Hellevost redesign or like Mammon, the demon Mammon? Let's see. Mammon, like even like the regular Mammon, is usually depicted as, at least from what I've seen, is usually depicted as being chunkier. Like almost always, because you know he was like originally conceived of during the days when food was scarce, so rich people were always fat because they could afford to actually be fat. Um, so what I would do for you, um, hmm, I would say go with a different body type. But he started. My mammon used to be fat, but he started starving himself because he didn't want to spend more money. Real. Well, he could be skinny and like still be like wide, right? So I think what I would do is I would widen the shoulders out here. Um, the mask face does go hard. Antlers go hard too. Hmm. I don't know. I'm really sorry. I really don't know. Um, I have not designed Mammon yet. I just have ideas floating around. I have to do a lot more research before I actually design Mammon. Whenever I design a character, especially if that character is based on something that already exists, I always do a lot of research before I actually draw anything at all. Um, so, like, when I was designing Leviathan, I did a lot of research on Leviathan, and I also did a lot of research on Carbitis, and I did a lot of research, actually, on bobbit worms. I researched that a lot. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I think I have an idea. I think I have an idea here. So it looks like the king in yellow is always depicted as having like a very long cloak that like covers all of him, right? And if it is open, there's nothing in. Oh, that's AI for certain. Um, so what you might be able to do to like make him inspired by the Yellow King, without being the Yellow King, is I would probably show more of the body. Like have the cloak open up earlier and then show a bit of the body underneath. Whatever you do with that body, I'm not sure. Like obviously I'm going with a worm. You might actually want to go with like something fluffy. Um, but like maybe like a darkly colored body underneath um would help you out. And for some reason, I keep getting like the vibe of like chess pieces. So like you can have those antlers, but maybe like making the top of it more like a chess piece could work out. You could go with the king, but that feels like a little too obvious. You actually might want to go with this bishop shape. So it can kind of like have a similar like vibe and shape to the jester stuff without being inspired by a jester. I also kept on seeing the rook for a lot. So dumb idea for the lore joke about this. Mammon is no one can read the whole play because of demonic copyright. Question: what are the Sins' relationships with their mothers? Do they have contact with them, or did Lucifer have full custody? Um, I haven't decided. What was the name of the other Minecraft one that we wanted to draw? Do you have any tips on how to draw prosthetics? References. Let's see. Prosthetic limbs. So I usually go for like more like fantasy stuff. So I usually do make them look a little bit more robotic than they appear in real life. But basically, like just in general, what I would do is find a reference of a prosthetic, a leg that or arm or whatever that you like, and like figure out how to break it down into simpler shapes. So like this here, you don't have to draw all of these little bits to it. You can just draw just this part and then emphasize like the connected parts, like where the joints are. Um like emphasizing screws could also help you out. So like that's usually what I like to do. I like to emphasize the parts where things connect and de-emphasize the big parts. That's what makes it easier for me. Um, what about raven or crow designs for them? You know how some birds collect shiny stuff? That's a good idea. Make a little bird under there. Okay, so the Sims' relationships with their mothers. Does Lucifer have full custody? Eh? Eh? They don't have any like legal agreements or anything in place. Oh, let me put that music back on. Eh. Hens. Oh, that's probably too loud. Hang on. Let me turn that down. That's better. Lucifer the type to make the mother pay child support for the kid he gave them. Yeah, honestly, kinda, yeah. Leviathan does not have very much of a relationship with her mother. Uh, so my headcanon for Kari is that, like she had a fling with Lucifer once, and she laid an egg and she left it there, and then she went off to go be a lesbian with Seela. Seela and like it, Seela and Kari Bidis they are lesbian lovers and no one can tell me otherwise. Mother of the Year. I thought they were seen as sisters. Honestly, you know what? I've always seen them as lesbians. I've always seen them as lesbians, but frankly, it's ancient Greece. I don't think being sisters is gonna stop them. I think it's meant to be said as Scylla. Ah, okay, my bad. Something I've noticed that I keep on doing unintentionally, is that, I keep on changing the imps into girls. I keep doing it. And I will never stop. I keep making them girls. So I wanted to change Fizzaroli into a girl, cause you know what? I'm getting real sick of them twinks. I'm really sick of them. I'm tired of this grandpa. I've gotten very sick of twinks. I've gotten very sick of every single male character being a twink. I've gotten very sick of every single submissive character being a twink. I'm tired. I hate it. I'm sick of it. I want women. I want girls. I had a feeling you were making a straight relationship because you were tired of gays in Helluva. You know what? As a gay person myself, I am kind of sick of gay people, frankly. I'm sick of every single relationship being gay. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's just the way that Vivzy handles every single gay relationship is like because there are so many of them, it feels almost like a barely disguised fetish at this point, and it makes me feel kind of strange and weird. And you know what? I don't think that fetishizing an entire sexuality is necessarily a bad thing. Um, like, whatever. You know, porn is bad, so I don't really care about morals, particularly in porn, so long as it's not, like, illegal. I don't care about people fetishizing gay people, I really don't. Um, But I do have an issue with the writer's barely disguised fetish being put into something that is not porn, you know? Like I said, straight ships aren't boring, people aren't writing them right. Yes, I agree. Fizz or Ozzy is gonna happen in Heck-of-a-Boss, and if so, how would it work? Um, I haven't fully decided. I was thinking that Fizzaroli would be like a secret concubine of Ozzy's. Well, at least at first. Concubines are definitely a thing, with the Sins. I think every single one of the Sins, except for Mammon, has at least one concubine. Well, actually, I forgot. Charlotte is a Sin too. Charlotte gets a boyfriend, not a concubine. What's a concubine? Concubine, it's a person you're not married to that you do the dirty with. um, and they're kind of, but they're not like a whore though, because like they stay around. Friends with benefits? I don't know if I would describe it like that. Hang on, let me pull up the definition so I make sure I define it correctly. And stop having issues loading, it's bothering me! Concubine definition. Vaggy's Charlie's. Okay, concubine. Noun. A woman who cohabits with a man without being legally married to him. So yeah, it's a whore that lives with you. Almost like a second wife, but not really, because they don't have as many legal rights and they have a lower social status. Yeah, it's that. So most of the mothers of the Sins were concubines, most of them. 'Cause Lilith was the wife. So basically a mistress. Yeah, that's another word for it. The only one that like there are only two of the Sin's mothers that were not concubines, and that's Charlotte's mother and Leviathan's mother, because Charybdis did not stick around. Um, is Phistius gonna be an unholy matrimony couple? No. No, I just got done saying that Fizaroli is a concubine. Oh boy, that foot. The thing with concubines is that in ancient cultures it was a way to get around political marriages and help maximize chances for the king or emperor to have a male heir. Yes. Yes. So Fizzaroli is a concubine, like, because Osmosius needs to keep himself open for marriage and stuff. Like, if ever he needs to, like, get politically married for any reason, which he might need to do, but he probably won't. He's probably gonna be single forever. But also because, if ever he and Fizzaroli were going to have a child together, you don't want that to be your legally binding heir. Like, you're not gonna want, like, you're not gonna want the child of a sin and an imp of all things, like, especially a former slave imp, to be the firstborn heir to the throne. You don't want that. Oh Lord, no. No. Have you read the poem My Last Duchess? It was a political marriage? No, I have not. What's ironic is that China's only empress had a group of essentially male concubines that she acted as a sugar mama for. That's great. I'm reloading this tab because the music keeps pausing because it won't load fast enough and it's pissing me off. Who's Behemoth's mom? I don't know yet. I need to do more research. I did want Behemoth to be a dragon though. I know that, like, the actual Behemoth is not a dragon, it's like something else. I've seen a lot of art of Behemoth being like an elephant type thing. I don't want to do that. I don't like elephants. I don't know why, but I think that not Valentino. I think the elephants are really ugly. I think they're so ugly. AJ, do you mind if I clean your walls? Go for it. I would appreciate that. Valentino fits the sin of lust better than Ozzy. Yeah, the way that Hellevoss wrote him. Not me. So Ozzy is embarrassed by Fizz. I feel kind of bad for her. A little bit. I mean, Val is ugly too, right? A little bit. I don't know. The way that I designed him made him, like, kind of my type a little bit. I mean, definitely not, like, the personality or anything. Gross. But just, like, the way that I made him. I like bugs! I like big bugs! I like elephants. You're allowed to like elephants. I just don't like elephants. The babies are cute, but that's about it. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for a reference sheet. We'll make this look better in the final art. It doesn't need to be perfect for a reference sheet. Nothing entertains me quite as much as fashion bandages. Like, I think they look cool, but, like, the idea is inherently silly. So they make me laugh, too. An elephant went to attack a lady, killed her, and pulled up to attack her funeral. Elephants can be so petty sometimes, it's actually hilarious. Poor thing. I feel bad for that lady. Like, what could she have possibly done to deserve that? He... Okay. Ah! Fixed. Do we give this man a tail? I feel like we probably should, because I know it always really bothers me when furries don't have tails. I think I also want to give him cloak. I don't know. I just feel like it's not enough yet. I'm gonna have to erase most of that. Cloak and tail sounds awesome. We have approval, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Jurassic World rewrite at some point? Well, actually, I haven't seen Jurassic World. Or Jurassic Park. I've never seen either of them before, actually. But maybe actually. Because I think the idea of a dinosaur park and then dinosaurs escaping that park and being, you know, just being animals is a good idea. From what I do know about Jurassic Park, well, actually, I can't say that. I don't know enough about Jurassic Park to actually be able to make a judgment. But I do know that it's like more of an action movie type thing. But I think Jurassic Park was based off of a novel, and the novel was actually it was in the horror genre, not the action genre. And I think that's such a cool idea. I think a horror movie Jurassic Park would be so much better. I think that would be a really cool take for the series to go. Like if they were ever to do a reboot, or I mean, I know that they've done like a lot of Jurassic uh Park related movies, but as far as I know, I've heard like the new ones have all like kind of been like brain rot, cash grab garbage recently that like legit does not make sense. But like think about it. Think about if they reboot the old movie with new graphics and made it a full-on horror movie. That would be so much fun. What if Beelzebub is best buds with Osmodius and Mammon, but they still hate each other like in Helva? Yeah, I was thinking I do want Osmodius and Beelzebub to be like fairly close. Because I do like the idea of them being friends. It's just that, you know, I'm going for a more biblically accurate version of the Helva Boss, like, world, right? So that means that every single one of the sins that I write is a terrible person of the highest degree. And frankly, it gets very depressing to write. It's extremely depressing to write. All of these terrible characters being horrible and evil to each other. And the people on the work server actually, they know what I'm talking about because I've shared like ideas that I've had for scenes with them, and ask any single one of them, they will attest to you that I'm really good at writing the worst people to ever exist. And it's really taking a drain on my mental health. Because, I love exploring dark stuff and terrible people being terrible to each other. But at the same time, it can like really like make you sad, man. I need some levity. One thing that bugs me about the Jurassic Park movies after reading the book is how likable they made John Hammond in the movie. In the book, he doesn't even want to consider the possibility of what he's doing being wrong and more than willing to leave everyone there to die on the island and start over learning all the wrong lessons for the incident. Okay, so what I'm hearing is I need to read that book. Yes, go and pirate it. I'm not gonna pirate something unless I don't in I will not pirate something unless I either A, don't have a choice, or B, if it's overpriced beyond what's reasonable. So like Silk Song is coming out soon, and I am so excited for it. I have I absolutely love Hollow Knight, and I've been wanting Silk Song to come out for a very long time. However, if it's true that Silk Song is going to be one of the games that has $100 plus tag on it, I will not buy it. I will not buy a game that costs more than $45 ever in my life, ever. There is not a single game that exists that is worth that much money. What if the Sin of Wrath was a dino? Well, what do you think a dragon is? Tell me. Very technical book, just heads up. Hope you're ready to read a horror novel that has lectures about chaos theory on it. Oh no, oh man. I can skim over that. Actually, now that you bring up the dinosaur idea, hang on. Now that you bring up the dinosaur idea, I've actually had an idea that's a little bit different from what I had before. Hang on. Let's go look at things together. What's the name of that really big the really big pterodactyl? Is it just pterodactyl? Dactyl. That's not how you spell it, I'm certain. Oh my god! Oh, I did not spell it right. I got close. This thing! Look at this big scary thing. I doubt that's simply based on Team Cherry's track record. They would probably try to keep it within the $40 price tag at most. That's what I would think. But the thing is that since it's coming to the Switch, like I'm worried that Nintendo will get their greedy little influence all over it. This thing is a very scary creature. Very scary creature. Um, this thing, it is so big. It's so big. So, aha, here we go. It's so big. It's so big. And it probably did not look like this entirely cuz the head to body ratio is insane. It probably had bigger wings, but the thing is that this creature, from the scientific theories, not only could it fly, but it could also run really fast. Really fast. So this giant, imagine, imagine, you see this big thing in the trees and you hide underneath something to get away from it, and then it lands and it starts booking it after you. Oh my god. I love this thing. I love it so much. It's terrifying. I want to use it so bad. But this thing does not match does not match with the outfit I have. Here you go. This does not match with this. And I'm sad because, my goodness, would this be a nice, scary demon form. But I like this better. Because my idea for Behemoth is I know the Behemoth is supposed to be a male. However, imagine the Sin of Wrath as a teenage girl. I want Behemoth to be a very angry teenage girl. If you try hard enough, you can make it work. But it's, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I have to look at the mother first. Actually, from what I've heard, Nintendo is pretty hands-off with their indie studios, provided they don't break any laws. At most, they might restrict is the ability to go on sale. Okay, that does make sense. Because Nintendo has never had anything go on sale, ever. But I'm gonna be honest, I am very, very worried about the $100 price tag thing, because once one studio does it, all of the rest of them are going to do it too, and it will become the industry standard, and no one wants that. Like, it's already bad enough that the industry standard is $60 to $70 games, because in my opinion, no game is worth $60 to $70. There is not a single one in all of existence that is worth $70. No one ever should pay that much money for any game ever. You know what? Gamers are the easiest people to exploit ever. They get angry and they'll boycott stuff, but not until you've abused the heck out of them first. Gamers are the reason why the $70 price tag became a thing in the first place. It's because they bought the dumb games. It's their fault. I forgot to make the cape go over his arm. We don't have the Wrath ring, we have the Evo ring. Nobody will change my Satan. Well, I'm not redesigning Satan. I'm redesigning Behemoth. I've changed Satan out entirely for Behemoth. Because in my AU, Satan and Lucifer are the same person. And that's how it is in my religion too, where Satan and Lucifer are the same person. Like they stopped calling him Lucifer because he lost the right to that name. He lost the right to that name when he fell. So, although he is called Lucifer, like in the show, and I most frequently refer to him as Lucifer, just like for the sake of making sure that nobody gets confused. The angels all call him Satan. Do you know the pulley breed? No, I do not. Let's go on an adventure. Let me check to make sure my display capture's on. Okay, it is. Let's see. Holy breed dog. I imagine it would be a dog, right? Oh no. Oh no! This poor boy! He can't see! Oh, poor Okay, that's cute. Okay, when they've got their hair back, they're very cute. It's the mop dog, except it's a little... Aww. Aw, they're cute. No, don't take me to a website. Aw, they're cute. That's adorable. Those are the cutest dreadlocks on a puppy I've ever seen. Oh, you know what? He looks like a little guy. It looks like this is an arm, and this is an arm, and this is his leg. The cuties. Aw, thank you for making me look at that. Where is it? There we go. Back to work. I know, AJ, they are the same. I mean, like, your Sin of Wrath, I don't know the name, will take inspiration of the Satan of the series, or are you gonna make a whole new thing from scratch? I am making a whole new thing from scratch. And also, I don't know what you mean. Oh, well, that's not even what you said. I read that wrong. My bad. I'm sorry. What's funny is that there are some people who think this might be the point in which we have another major gaming crash. The difference is this time there are a plethora of indie teams ready to take up the slack when the big boys inevitably drop the ball. I think so too. I've been thinking that it was going to crash for a really long time, but I think this is the push where people are really going to finally quit it. Neko, stop doing that passive aggressive little thing where you type a crying face. It's really bizarre and off-putting. Like, especially if you're like actually apologizing, it comes off as super passive aggressive. Oh no, guys, Ducky's bullying me. She's bullying me. She was just sending me like an animatic or something of Mammon with something to do with Mammon NFTs. And I was like, no, I'm on stream. But like before I could say that, before I could finish typing that, she was like, oh, you're on stream. And then she started calling me gay. She called me gay. How dare she? How dare. Oh, do you guys want to hear about the horrible thing she sent me? She sent me another horrible thing. It was really horrible. I think it even trumps the axolotls. It was worse. Alright. So last night, she... Oh, fun, I get an ad right off the bat. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until Ducky's done with her ad, before I tell you what horrible thing she sent me. Hang on. Ah, I'm not logged in on the place that I'm looking from chat. So I can't type in the chat. Wait, hang on. I should be able to do it through stream. Look at this. What do you mean join Twitch today? I'm I think all of that got cut out by my mic. I wasn't looking. I was angry. Somebody else tell Duck to tell me when she's done with her ad. Ducky, is your ad done yet? Did all I heard was high frequency? I'm sorry. I was mad. It's done? Okay, finally. Okay, so what happened? Ducky sent me something absolutely foul. I think it trumps the axolotls. Like, I'm legit serious. It was so terrible. It was the worst thing. And what's even worse about this one than the axolotls was that this one, it took a minute for me to realize what was wrong, because at first it looked like just a normal image. So what it so 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 what it was what you sent, you wench. You know exactly what you sent. So what she sent, so it was a picture of Lucifer where he was like he was a hamster. He was Lucifer, but he was a hamster. Right? And he was positioned like this. So his legs were out like that, and his leg was like curled in like that, and his butt was facing the camera, right? I will not draw. I will not draw what I saw. Because he had the biggest pair of balls I've ever seen in my entire life, rendered realistically. Like that. Except this isn't booty cheeks. It was a ball sack. It was balls. It was horrible. You're describing it. It sounds funny. It really does. But looking at it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen. Hermit, good to see you. Wouldn't gluttony being completely jungle make it extremely humid and hot, which is horrible for a furry race like hellhounds unless they had some sort of countermeasure? You are correct. I don't know if I'm actually gonna go with the jungle theming though. Rodents have disproportionately sized anatomy. I should know, I own a male gerbil. They have such big balls. But I did not want to see a drawing of that rendered in such a way that the balls were shaved down with every single little wrinkle and vein being painstakingly painted in, detail by detail. It was horrible. It was horrible. I think I'm done. I forgot the tail. I'm not done. I would prefer to look at the axolotls every day of the week instead of that. Suggestion for the gluttony ring: if you want a delicious rainforest like what's up in Alaska, would it be a perfect setup? That would be interesting. I'd have to do some research on that. I was actually thinking of going for more of an Asian theming, because I actually had the idea. Beelzebub's a fox, right? So I was thinking there were two creatures that I want to use as inspiration. The only other fly demon that I was able to find from my very limited research, to be honest, but from my research, what I was able to find is that the only other fly demon that like is big enough for me to be able to find it on Wikipedia is this it's a vampire that like turns into a firefly and it sneaks into people's houses at night to feed off of them. So I wanted to combine that with a kitsune because both of them feed off of humans and that's like a gluttonous thing to do. So because of that, I actually wanted since I'm basing her off of a kitsune, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have like some Asian theming in there somewhere, because like ancient Asia is very interesting, and I feel like you, Mercer, more than anyone would get that, considering everything you've asked me to design is like based off of Asian culture in a way. That's not a tail. What am I doing? I keep getting distracted. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to have a little nightmares type feel to gluttony in a way where just people are just they're eating themselves to death. There you go, tail. Got it on the second try. How much more animal-based trauma will AJ get? If Duck has any say in it, a lot. If I live till I'm 100 years old, which I actually stand a pretty good chance of doing, considering my family history, I've got like 80 more years worth of animal-based trauma for Ducky to inflict upon me. What happened to the dragonfly idea for Beelzebub? That was your idea, not mine. There's also a Philippines vampire that detaches its head to feed on pregnant women if you want to go really messed up. That is fun. Oh boy, she's calling me. Hang on a sec. Let's see. No. Where? For some reason, Discord does not work whenever I try to use it on Opera. I don't know why. Bienvenidos, Power Bottom.
I did nothing wrong. I don't know what these allegations are about.
You did. You know exactly what you did.
I did nothing wrong. I am an innocent person.
You are not. You are the exact opposite.
I can't believe you're saying such mean things about me. Your own best friend. How dare you? Hi, cat.
No.
Oh, I can't say hi to them.
Oh no, I'm trying to like figure out a window capture specifically so for the audio so that I'm not accidentally I'm not gonna finish my sentence.
Okay.
Let's see.
Also, guess what my dad got me at the powwow yesterday?
What?
A spear that I launched with my arm. Like, it has like its own little catapult thing, so I could throw it even harder.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's gonna show me how to use it because apparently he was like doing competitions back in the day with that kind of stuff,
Oh.
and he would win the most of them. So I think that's gonna be pretty neat. I mean, he taught me how to use a blow dart, so I guess this is really gonna be much different.
I have another
No,
idea.
I'm not a native. I'm sorry. I do. I think have Italian ancestry, but that's about it. And Irish because my dad's Irish. Um, not full, not full blooded though. I think it's also just part. That makes sense. But we go to like a powwow every few years. But I've been actually going for like consistently these last few years, just to enjoy like the events and stuff and meet the people. Most of the people at the place we go to just know my dad at this point, and they're always like treating him like he's family. So I think that's cool.
I didn't know a powwow was specifically a Native American thing. I thought that was just something that like white ladies said sometimes.
No, so a powwow. Can I explain what it is?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so a powwow is basically to honor, Native Americans that were prisoners of war, like or just like served during like war times for the military in America, because
Oh.
yeah. And so powwow will celebrate that basically. I mean, there's probably other people that celebrate it differently, but that's how it's supposed to be celebrated to honor the veterans that were Native American that served for our military.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Yeah. And the veterans get to walk within this. I forgot what the circle's called, but there's this huge circle that's like very. I don't really want to say maybe it's spiritual, but either way, they'll have like this moment where all the veterans can walk in and stuff to um, also honor and show off that which branch they're a part of, like carry these flags around for which branch they're in. So it's nice. And they also sell like a bunch of Native American related things, and also there's this one tent that's like an Aztec tent, and they do Aztec dancing sometimes, so I think that's awesome.
Cool.
I love the fry bread. The fry bread is amazing. I love dousing it with honey and like powdered sugar.
That does sound pretty dang good, actually. You know,
Fry bread, the best I can describe it is like a more like flaky donut. It's more like, you know how pastry, like an actual pastry, is like kind of has like a reminiscent of like bread crust, but like soft bread crust. I'm trying to explain it in a way that makes sense, but I'm like, oh, but it's so difficult to explain sometimes. But you get what I'm trying to say, like that kind of that. Okay, yeah. They make like it right, like fresh, like completely fresh, and it's so good. But at the same time, I'm like burning my mouth because I'm like trying to devour it in one go.
The gluttony.
It's so good. I can't help it. Oh, that's nice. Someone I'm not gonna say your name, but fry bread is great. I remember making with my dad. I think that's sweet.
Aw, that actually like legit is adorable.
I'm not saying your name. You can't threaten me.
You know, that's actually our music guy.
I'm not gonna say his name. I just told him.
Chat, we have a music guy now. I have someone that does the music for BBFFB. They were making like a test track a few days ago, and they're like super talented. Absolutely wonderful at their job. I cannot wait to work with them.
Yeah. But sorry for hijacking a little bit. I like explaining it. It's such a nice little event.
Oh no, it's okay. It gives my throat a little bit of a break. Now for the
Yeah.
hard part is the tiger part. No. No.
I also remember getting this, like, I got a hatchet, or no, not a hatchet, a tomahawk made of like the weapon part of it was made out of obsidian, and I still have it. You can't actually use it though. I mean, you could, but it'd be a one-time use.
Mm-hmm.
It's a one-time use weapon, sadly, because obsidian's easy to break.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Ghost, I'm kicking you out of your tree. Come here, sweetie.
Also, don't feel
Don't
bad
cry. It's okay.
about taking over the stream. I enjoy it when you do that. What if Gluttony is a temperate rainforest? I was thinking about that. I was actually thinking,
Yay!
since Gluttony is overindulgence, I was actually thinking about maybe making it an industrial hell. Just a little bit. I'm thinking about it.
It could be like that one scene from Robots where you cut into like all the worker.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you not have you not seen that Robots movie?
What you're talking about? Describe the scene.
Oh my god. No, I have to show it to you. Just give me. No, don't just. I kicked her out of the tree. Now she's immediately trying to take a dust bath. Come
Well, the
here.
thing is, I probably have seen the Robots movie that you're talking about, but it hasn't been. I haven't seen it since I was like a few years old. Like, I couldn't have been older than 7 the last time I saw it. Robots is awesome. Robots was mid! As a child, I thought that Robots was mid.
What a hater.
Oh, could you, AJ? You're breaking
I got
my
the
heart.
ghost put away.
Nostalgia is blinding you to the reality that Robots is mid.
What was your favorite childhood movie?
Totoro.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair one. Okay, I get it. I get that one. I understand that one. I'm going to make sketches while I bother you.
You know, if you need bug inspiration, the Azoian giant hornet is perfect nightmare fuel. Okay, let's go find out what that is. Who's ready for trauma, everyone? Let me get rid of that tab. I don't need that anymore. Let's see.
The people. I have made 3 more sketches of characters. You will find out eventually what they are.
We'll do those on stream.
No, I can't traumatize AJ.
She does it every day, but she can't do it on purpose. She has to do it on accident. Purpose. She has to do it just by being herself. This is a very large bug. You know what, actually, I do need a break. I do, in fact, need a break. So actually what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna go show you all of the work that I have done so far on the bed and breakfast for former baddies. They kill like 30 people a year if I remember correctly. That is a fairly large number for such a small animal. Although I'm pretty sure honeybees still kill more people every year just because of allergies.
The bees.
The bees.
I love the new, like, the diversity with pigs. I think that's something I do like they did.
I like that too. I'm glad that we're getting some more variety with the animals. It makes me happy.
Yes.
I was about to say, who the heck are you? Good thing is my actual skin loaded
Stop.
in. else's stream get louder. Yes, my computer glitched and now everything's louder than it was.
I hope that wasn't my fault. My timer just went off.
No, I didn't even hear your timer. Okay,
Okay.
so behold, chat.
Can I eat it?
My wonderful creation. No. Yeah, let me get to the ground.
But it looks tasty.
So we start out with the main gate. I'm actually not done with the main gate. I'm not sure.
He ran
what
out
I'm
of
gonna do
money
with
by
it
the time
yet.
you reached there. He ran out of money.
Who ran out of money?
He made everything. Charles, didn't Charles build this?
Yes, Charles did build Charles did build
Yeah.
this.
He ran out of money. He ran out of money midway trying to like make everything personalized for each room. Just the gate looks like that.
I'm sorry, I need to make the gate better. Let's actually start out with the main wall. We have the head. Everybody look at the head. Behold the head. And I actually have this big old wall like trailing around it. Big old wall.
Looks like a pink marshmallow.
I'm not done yet with the wall. I've gotten most of the way there. But like my hand was hurting from clicking too much. So this is where the wall ends for now. There will be more wall. I will complete that wall eventually. But over here we have the lava fountain. And this lava fountain is actually a monument to Lilith, because you know she thinks Lilith's dead. So the fountain, when I first
Rip.
made it, was made like an all nether themed and stuff, but I actually changed out the material for like whites and grays and gold and whatnot, so it would look more like Lilith. Over here, this is a monument to a character that y'all don't know yet, actually. And who I'm not gonna tell you about yet. But eventually we will have an episode introducing them, but like it's all like mangrove type themed, nice and watery. We've got the boat where the imprisoned frogs live. They got stuck in there. And the rest of the frogs, I have no idea where they went.
Oh, I know who lives here.
Yeah, you know who lives here. The people in the work
like,
server know who lives here. Or well, not who lives here,
just,
but who's
just
dead
imagine
here.
that whole like. Imagine that long silence, just like a loading screen over my face as I'm trying to remember who this was, and then I figured it out last second.
Will throwing a coin into the Lilith fountain give me a wish? Only if your wish is to dispose of a coin forever. Over here, you've already seen.
Also, Faz asked, are you going to make a volcano around it? I don't know which one he's talking about, but like, that's something he said.
This whole area is built into a volcano. You guys already know about the big old cherry wood forest. It looks very lovely, very demure. Over here we have the empty field for activities. The empty field.
I eated it.
How dare you. This one is the next one that I didn't show on stream. This one was the pond. I really like making water features. What the?
What?
Did you get in? How did you get in?
What? Oh my god.
Remember the stream's delayed.
Look,
so
it's a
sometimes
random sinner. The first sinner at the hotel. The bed and breakfast.
We love the pond. I like the pond. The pond took me a very long time.
Yes, I am in fact.
Pond.
I am in fact a lawnmower.
Over here is where the horses are. Because Charlotte actually really likes horses. We have this little shed here for storage. I might have to move it. I might
No.
have to move it somewhere else because otherwise the horses can get out.
Quinn says to kill him.
Well, I mean, I guess if that's what you.
And the
Oh, the wandering trader. Okay, hang on.
No, not the horse. Not the horse.
Let's kill the horse.
I'm so tired, Finn.
Where did he go?
Hermit says no mercy. Steal his llamas.
Why can't I fly? Thank you.
Llamas.
Did Charlie get these plants from Gluttony? I was thinking about it.
I don't think
I
he
hope
had
she
llamas.
He did not have
He
llamas.
was a
I don't
poor
know where
trader.
his llamas are. I think his llamas got separated from him. Anyway, this is where the horses are. So we've got ourselves the round ped, and this is the stable. Let me put that sort of away real quick. So yeah, we've got horse number 1 and horse number 2. This one, am I allowed to see your name? This
No.
one's Charlotte's horse, and the other one belongs to the other character that you guys don't know yet. This is the pool. You guys all know about the pool.
Does Charlie have a favorite sibling? Someone asks.
Yes, Mammon.
I love how he made that canon.
Hang on. There's something playing in the background that's making me upset. Forgot to turn off my browser music, my bad. Alright. And now we go inside. So inside we've got the front entry. You've all seen the front entry, but I'm showing it to you again anyway. Don't worry about that. That's not canon. I can get rid of that. Nope, I can't. There we go. Wrong button. You've already seen the downstairs, but I'm going to show it to you again anyway, just real quickly. Charlotte's office, everyone behold. The living room, everyone behold. The bathroom, everyone behold.
I love how it's the
Dining
same
room,
picture
everyone
over and
behold.
over again.
I actually did make an edit to the dining room, so now we've got floating candles. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I might put this.
Hogwarts.
Actually,
They look like tomatoes.
They kind of do. I'm putting chains on these actually, because it doesn't make sense within world. Because even though she can make candles float, I don't think she would have that as a permanent fixture in her house, because it takes too much energy. Anyway. Dining
You're
room,
a wizard,
behold.
Charlie.
Dining room, behold. Kitchen, behold. Storage closets, behold. Library, behold. Oh, actually, we can now actually see the view. It's actually really nice. Look at that. I have not actually looked out any of the windows since I built the outside. I did a good job. The deck, everyone behold. We've also got this path with bamboo around it, which is pretty cool. Non-canon bed, no. Man, what a view! What a view! I have done a good job.
I would love Wizard Charlotte, but like one of those really egregious looking wizard costumes.
Alright, so that's the entire downstairs. Let's go upstairs. Because I have done quite a bit of work on the upstairs. So first we have the throne room. Everyone behold! Behold! The throne room. The lava in it and everything. Got throne number 1. We got throne number 2 of character that you guys don't know about. Yes. With his banner and
Do
her
they sit in it?
banners.
Are they like super tiny in their chairs? Like the chairs are like massively huge, but they themselves are tiny.
No, it's just I can't. The thing is, building a chair in Minecraft is very difficult to do. So when I actually design her chair, when I actually draw it, Charlotte's throne will have like the bat wings like on the side, so it looks like it's been carved out of the ground. The unknown character does have a smaller throne. His throne is actually made out of coral. Clearly it's dead now, symbolizing some stuff. And now we have two ways that we could go. Which do you want, chat? Do you want to go to room number 1 or room number 2 first? Vote. This mysterious character, a frog? No.
It looks like 2 is the most so far.
Yep, I'm seeing a lot of 2s. Alright, here we go. 2 is actually the one I built first.
I like how you said number 1 and number 2, and then so it says right.
What's wrong with you?
That makes me. I like that. That makes me makes me laugh. Oh my god! At work today, a little kid just randomly like cursed like surprisingly loud, and I gasped like a Christian woman hearing like the most egregious thing ever. And I'm like, why did I gasp when I swear more than anyone?
That is funny. Somebody in the chat says Seviathan. More like a Seviathan like equivalent, sort of. They are different and have a very different purpose. So the first room I built is actually Leviathan's room. Very purple themed. Oh, it's not playing the noise. The little magic noise.
It looks
that
like
plays.
airplanes. It looks like airplanes are on the walls. Look at the little purple parts.
They kind of do look like airplanes, but it's supposed to be like a sword hilt.
I know that, but they can look like little airplanes.
We also have the paintings. Got paintings. I actually I did not put these chorus fruit in here initially. But they're here now. We got our symbol everywhere, and this is where her bed is, underwater. And we've actually got her little axolotl named Squinchy, who's long dead. Long dead. He should be dead, but I put him in there anyway because I like him. This room in the bed and
You
breakfast
could
for
give him
former
fish.
baddies. What?
If you give him fish, he'll eat it.
Okay. Thanks.
Or if
for
not
your...
eat it, kill it. If
Anyway, in the modern day, this room is completely uninhabitable because the water hasn't been changed in forever, so it's just two giant vats of still water.
Yippee! You could take a ladle and slurp it, and you'll see like the end of time.
The next room is Mammon's room, and I had so much fun designing this one. And I haven't even designed Mammon yet, but like just getting the ideas in my head of what his room looks like makes me so excited for him. So I put him over the library so his room has a different shape than what I normally do, which is normally just a square. His bed I had to custom build out of wool because the regular beds were too small, and when I tried putting wool blocks around the bed, it looked stupid. So
Did you put like wood under it so it kind of propped the bed up so it wasn't just on the ground in a pit?
well, if
You didn't
do
think
that,
of that, did you?
Oh, I didn't think of that, did I?
Did you?
I didn't think of that, did I? Did I? Oh, did I? Did I not think of that? Oh, Lord, did I not think of that? Oh, my God, did I not think of that? Well, oh, look at you do it! Can you? Of course I thought of that.
I meant like, I, like propping, like not just leaving the bare wool on the ground, like propping it up like another layer, so you could put like normal sized wood blocks down, so you could do the bed. Why are you saying anything?
Doesn't really matter what's under it. You can't do it! You can't do it! Possible!
It's so funny hearing you tweak out when the Twitch stream itself is like a second behind. So I'm hearing you tweak ahead of time.
Anyway, it's not room.
My face hurts. I'm smiling too much.
Here we have the guest room, also known as Lilith's room. This is where Lilith would stay, so I put Lilith's symbol in here. It won't look like that when I actually design it, because Lilith is more of a small little lady. She's nice and gray. You got her little nook, so her head would go right there, and her tail would curl around and be under there.
We're getting divorced, Quinn. That's what's happening. We're getting divorced. Your parents don't love each other anymore.
She's a liar! We are not legally married. She's lying. We have the
Quinn was like,
balcony.
your parents don't love you anymore. They're taking the dog instead.
My favorite room in the house is actually this one. This is Belphegor's room.
I'm being told to take half of everything and win the court case.
So Belphegor's ring is actually it's all grass. It's all grass. And not all of
That would
that grass
suck if
is
someone had
legal
like
in all the
epilepsy
states.
staying in that room.
What? Say that again?
Oh, it'd suck if someone with epilepsy stayed in that room because of the fact that the floor lights up every time you like step on the noise things.
Yeah. Yeah, so this grass is actually imported from his ring specifically. This grass, like, not only does it light up, but like in the canon it also makes a noise which like wakes him up, and then he gets mad and attacks people. So you have to be very quiet. The people of his ring are not allowed to move unless he's already awake. But he does have cats. So I've got like little areas up here where the wood is, so the cats can like climb around and run around without alerting the grass. and he sleeps in there, and all he does is sleep. And I actually decided to put his banner over top of the windows like curtains. Keep it nice and dark in here. This is actually where I plan to put Angel Dust. Angel Dust will sleep in this room. Oh, that's all
What was
of them.
that?
So now we have the upstairs. And I have not finished with it. We have a very long carpet. Oh, it's broken. Where's my concrete? Next. So we have the big long carpet. I had to put this carpet here. I had no choice because right underneath it is the throne room, and I have to put it there. Otherwise it'll be broken. Otherwise, the bottom stairs ceiling will be broken. Besides that, it looks cool. Looks very cool.
I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
If a Sid decided to visit Charlotte and wanted to stay in the room themed after them, would the resident inside have to be kicked out?
Yes. They would have to move.
You
Next
sleep
we have-
outside with the rest of them.
So next we have the bathroom. Upstairs bathroom. I couldn't put a bathroom. I tried to put a bathroom on the middle floor, but I just didn't have room for it, so I didn't. This is
How
also
big would Mammon's toilet be, you think? It's
he
just the
goes
size of this room.
outside. He goes outside.
Go outside, you sicko.
This is the big old bath. This is where Angel will be traumatized in episode 2 when he gets bathed. These paintings actually will not be paintings in the final product. I actually plan to have these be mosaics instead, made with little tiles.
Cute.
That's such a cheap move, boo the sins. Well, the only sin that would ever come to stay with Charlotte would be Mammon. She doesn't like any of her other siblings anymore.
Guess what Quinn said?
What?
Mammon claims things he pisses on / sorry.
I glanced over to that just before you started reading it. I read it and I was like, oh, great, she's gonna read that out loud.
I had to. It's such a poetic response.
Funny idea, what if Vaggie tried baptizing Angel but accidentally nearly drowns him? Well, the thing is that Vaggie can't baptize people. She's a woman. She doesn't have that specific area of the priesthood. The next room is
Whoa.
Beelzebub's room. I'm not done with it. I just started on it today. I like this room. I'm very happy with this room already. I think it looks good. I was
Is
actually...
it edible?
Some parts of it are.
I'm gonna eat the room.
I mean, you can totally eat this honeycomb. I don't think you would want to, considering it's mostly wax, so, but you can.
Call me Jesse asked, is Mammon the one semi-moral member of the Sins?
Yeah, not really. At least in the modern day. He's much nicer in the modern day than he was when he first started being Sin of Greed. Because the way that economy works is that the economy actually does better when people are being nice to each other, right? So like
Yes.
So like historically the financial system that's worked the best is capitalism, and that's a system that functions best when everybody is serving their own interests, right? And and delayed gratification is also extremely important in order to succeed in capitalism. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself in a mountain of debt and you're gonna be screwed. But like workers are actually at their most productive when they have good mental health. And in order to make money, you need to have workers that have good mental health so that they can be productive. Your business relies on healthy, happy workers. Morale is extremely important. So in order for Mammon, and he's discovered this like over time, as other financial systems have failed him, is that being good to his workers actually works out better for him in the long run. And since he is so old, he more than anyone would understand the long-term consequences of actions. So like he does not
considering a few things.
he does not enjoy being a nice person, but he does it anyway because he likes money more than he enjoys being horrible. It would be funny if Bee's room was a little bit taller so that she could fly in it and eat the ceiling. I think I said this, but I actually might have cut myself off and didn't finish saying what I was going to say. But I'm making hers a tower. With multiple floors in it.
That was so awkward. I'm so sorry. I'm focusing on trying to draw my Sona right now.
Don't worry about it. You're fine. And I know that you're also like holding back every negative thing you've ever wanted to say ever.
I would never. I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy.
She has to physically restrain herself from saying horrid things, guys. All she wants to do is talk about balls and dick.
Yeah. Oh god. Ew, that's a horrible looking eyeball.
Hi. That's why I can't hear anything. I turned the settings on my thing down really low. That makes sense.
Gummy.
How dare you? Still can't hear anything. That's better. AJ, you killed the traitor. That wasn't very open arms of you. What? Please tell us, ma'am. And he will.
Oh, I gave it such a good facial shape, but it's not what I want.
I feel kind of weird about admitting that Mammon has cake to, you know, a child. Please, you, Neko, please remember you are a child. I am an adult. Please stop talking about sexual things around me. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, when you do it specifically. How is it doing? There goes the sun. No, no, no.
I can't believe that woman left her boyfriend for a bee.
What? What happened? What are we talking
about? You were singing the song, and I was like thinking of the Bee movie, and I'm like, I can't believe she left him for a bee. I like how that just came out of nowhere and completely shocked you.
This is the last thing I was expecting.
That would be a fun movie to watch together on stream and make fun of.
You know, I was scared of that movie when I was a little girl. Like, I cried in the movie theater and we
You
left
were?
early. Just like,
You watched it in the movie theater?
I did! I watched it in theaters. And, like, I remember, like, the part that I cried at was actually, it was the part where Barry B. Benson was, like, threatening this guy to, like, give him information or something like that. And everybody was freaking out. Or at least the guy was freaking out. And I legitimately, I got scared because everyone else was scared, so was I. Cried and we left the theater. And then I was upset that we left the theater early.
You poor baby.
That was the last thing I ever could have expected for you to say.
I can't believe she left him for a bee. Just out of nowhere, too.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Everyone was like panicking in the chat. They're like, "What is she talking about?"
That was crazy, AJ lore that we will bully AJ for. I was 5 years old!
Chat
Or
bully her
something.
and then take her lunch money.
Actually, let's find out how old I was. When did the Bee movie come out? 2007. I was 2 years old! I was 2 years old when that movie came out. I saw it in theaters, so I had to have been 2 years old. I can't believe I still remember that. Can't remember anything about my teenagers, but I can remember that.
I made her look unsettling yet cute at the same time. I need your input.
I want to see.
Come on! My phone loaded.
Make time go faster.
I'm trying.
Why would they bring a 2-year-old to the movie theater? Why wouldn't they bring a 2-year-old to the movie theater? Your children are allowed to go out in public. Oh, you sent it on WhatsApp.
Disgusting disgusting creature. Get rid of it.
A 2-year-old? Disgusting.
Pick it.
Okay, I'm looking. I can't look at it on stream because it's on WhatsApp and you say horrid things in WhatsApp. That's very cute.
Do not.
Oh, you've even got like a
I
little
like.
subdued angel dust swoop. That's adorable.
I know that's what I was thinking. I was like trying to you know how some people give duck-like characters like a little thing on the back of their head. It's
Yeah.
all pointy and stuff.
Yeah, kind of like their
That's
tail.
what I was trying to go for. Yeah, but then I also had my little hair swoop. And I was like, I just kind of did like a weirder version of Angel's hair.
What am I gonna do for the crew?
Ew, a child, return it to whence it came. Go back in there. No one wants you around. I'm gonna fix it. It's cute, but it's not what I'm going for. I'm like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm like trying to go for a theme, but I'm like, what is it? What do I want? You know what I mean? When you're like trying to think of something, but you don't know exactly what that thing is. But you know you want it, but you can't describe it, and you can't think of it either. So you're like getting pissed emotionally. Because your brain's like, no, 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 I want this, and it won't tell you what it wants. And it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about entirely. You know what I think is kind of messed up?
What's up?
I think it's kind of messed up how many people these days like hate children like unironically.
Yeah, I don't hate kids. I just when it comes to like obviously outside of work hours, I'm just kind of like, oh, please don't leave your kid with me because at that point my brain's not like, unless there's something for me like to do to distract said child, I just kind of stare at them and they stare at me and I'm like, please go away. I don't know how to deal with you right now.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, nobody wants to like deal with a kid that isn't theirs, and kids definitely can be annoying. Like, for certain. I messed up. But I think the amount of child hatred has kind of reached a point where it's not normal.
Yeah, it's kind of unnecessary. Like I get like being uncomfortable with kids or kind of finding them annoying in some ways, but like some people just like over hating kids, like being really violent for no reason.
Yeah, for certain.
You can't hear me making little gripe noises, can you?
I can. I think it's cute.
Oh, goody. I'm like, I can't get.
I can't wait to hear that every day of my life when we live together.
Oh my god, speaking of kids being like a little bit annoying, it wasn't really annoying, it was more of just like confusing. We had this like little girl who would come up to me and where I'm at the in like inside the building, the
Hmm?
coaster I'm like currently monitoring is at the very back of the building. And the one she wanted to go on was basically middle near the front, middle front area because it was like not
Hmm?
totally at the front, but like more there. Anyway, she wanted to go on that one, and there was a my other coworker was right there the whole time, but she kept coming to me and I'm just like, "Oh, do you want to go on the coaster too?" And then she'd like nod, and then she would get in, let me strap her in, and then she would be like, "I don't want to like I want to do the same things on that one though." I'm like, "Oh, so do you not want to ride the coaster?" And she's like, "No, I want to ride on that one." I'm like, "Then why'd you come over here?" And she's like, she would just shrug and then be like, "Do you want to get off?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I take her off, and then she would stand there and stare, and then walk down to like the other one but wouldn't say anything to my coworker and just stare at her like expectingly. And then she'd come over and she kept doing this like a few times. And I'm like, oh my god, make up your mind. Stop coming all the way over here. My other coworker's right there. We're wearing the exact same shirt. You could just ask her and she'll help you.
I think she liked you.
I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, even though I was like dressed like a little weird goth because I had like little cobwebs on my Converse at the tips of them and wearing like my little spiky bracelet, which I had on a very loose setting. I push it all the way back on my arm so like it doesn't hurt anyone. It's
Hmm?
purely for style choice. So I look, but like here I am looking like this little scary person minus my little orange earrings, and she just keeps coming over to me, and I'm like, honey, I'm all the way back here. How am I supposed to help you with your coaster that you want to go on? And then you kept getting into the coaster you didn't want to go on, and then being like, thinking, yeah, yes, after I get into this, she'll totally help me get on the other one. And it's just like, sweetie, please, please just go down there. I'm not, please. Also, this other little girl that was helping, who was very sassy, by the way,
Yeah.
because I wasn't being fast enough because I was double checking everything, making sure everything was like secure, because that's the more important part, making sure they were secure, not having like fun right off the bat, because you can't really have fun if you fall out of your seat when you go upside down. So but
Right.
she was like wanting to go on this other little thing that just kind of wasn't like, it didn't go upside down, it just kind of like tilted you back. And um she was like, "Oh, I want to go on this one." I'm like, "Okay." And I noticed the goggles weren't on like the screen where it was like connected to the VR. So I had to get it set up, and I finally get it set up after like a few minutes. I'm like, "Okay, here you go." And then she's like gone from the seat. She unbuckled herself and got out and walked away while I was still getting it set up. And so I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." I just spent like a few minutes getting this set up, but okay, whatever.
That
But
is
I was also kind of
quite
proud of
annoying.
myself. I was kind of proud of myself too, because I managed to get it set up on my by myself this time instead of asking Miss Tracy, my boss, for help. So I think that was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Oh, there are my stairs.
But but yeah, it was just funny like dealing with those little kids. It was like a birthday party today. Oh, anyone that
Ah,
doesn't know what I'm talking about, for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I work at this neat little place. I won't say what it is in case like someone like lives nearby. Please don't stalk me. But basically, it's like a VR place with arcades and also axe throwing on the side of it, and it's very nice. I get paid pretty decently, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've only actually had one bad day there, and I was like super out of it that day. Had no caffeine in my system. I figured out I actually work better with caffeine because it keeps my mind like, it gives me energy instead of anxiety.
addict,
And
addict.
no, no, I'm not drinking energy drink. Those are worse. I mean, coffee's not much better, but like
Energy
But
drinks aren't banned by
yeah.
God.
How is coffee? God was just like, ew, I don't like this, but I love this, even though it's literally drinking acid. I don't work at a Pizzaplex. There's no animatronics.
I mean, soda and energy drinks didn't exist um when when the word of wisdom was written, so they didn't ban those because Joseph because God had said, "Hey, ban energy drinks," and Joseph Smith would have been like, What are those? I don't know what that means."
Ban 5 hour energy. It displeases me and gives me a heart attack.
Duck works at the Pizzaplex. Honestly, the way that you described it, it does sound like Five Nights at Freddy's.
I just I don't work at the Pizzaplex. You're lucky I'm not here to strangle you. I do know we have like a race car guy like sponsoring it, or like the place where I work, because there's this huge like race car machine, and so yeah, we even sell like merch of him. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Apparently he's like pretty famous. I don't know. I mean, I'm not into racing, so he has like this funny little energy where he's nice, but he doesn't definitely has that like, oh, I'm a popular famous person energy. Even if he doesn't mean to produce that aura, he could kind of does. And so whenever he's talking to me, he's like all like puffed up and proud like a rooster, and I'm just like, I have no idea who you are. I'm so sorry. Mentally, I can't say that to his face. It's just funny because when you see a famous person and you don't know who they are, but they know that they're famous, they just kind of like act like that, and you're like, who are you?
I hope I never get like
That
that,
was such
but
a,
I also I don't trust myself not to do that.
well, it's like I feel like it's kind of human to get all puffy and proud because it makes you feel special. So when someone thinks you're not special, it's kind of like, how dare you? You take that back. Also, I rode home in 14 minutes. I think that's a pretty cool. I usually take like 20 to 30 minutes to get home because I ride slow.
I'm
I
about
must
to tweak.
leave
I
now.
can't place this stair correctly. Why won't you place correctly?
I must leave now, chat. My mom has come home, and I don't want to like be bothered, almost screaming because I'm weird.
Okay. Goodbye, Ducky.
I don't want to bother her with my noise. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. I suppose that's a good a sign as any to get back to work, probably. Oh, where did it go? We're gonna color this bad boy in, and then after that, I think we end stream. So I am getting quite hungry, and we've been streaming for a while. And I just realized that I didn't read chat that entire time because I was busy listening to Duck. Oh, let me check my levels really quick. Is that good? Oh my goodness, that is too loud. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, everyone. There we go. AJ over here ignoring us. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, it's hard to like talk, well, not talk, but it's hard to read and listen at the same time. Thankfully, he's wearing plenty of clothes, which means I don't have to do too much with the stripes. Gotta have a red nose. Please. Thank you. I was thinking, since Kenji so far is the only one with any blue in his palette, that feels kind of strange to me a little bit, because that makes him stand out a little too much. I was hoping to put a little bit of blue in this guy's design. Blue eyes, perhaps? Maybe. Give him a blue nose. I feel like that would look weird. Actually, I should make your eyes gold because the tiger has gold eyes. Oh, wait. I feel like they don't stand out enough like that, though. We'll figure it out. See, it looks like there's usually like a blue spot under the eyebrows, so the eyebrows can be like... Not blue, I meant white. Nice, fat, white eyebrows. And around the muzzle. Red hair and blue eyes? That could work, maybe. Well, we'll try out a few different combinations. I was planning on making the clothes blue. We'll put some spots on the cheeks too. Yeah, like that. Oh man, now he really looks old. Perfect. Good. I was actually planning on white hair because that's the actual coloration of a tiger. Unrelated, but are you ever going to make another Pokemon Blood video, or have you moved on from that? I would love to make another Pokemon Blood video. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Like, I've got an idea. I really do. I need to do the script, and I just don't have time for everything that I want to do. So as much as I want to, I've had to put my focus in other places. I feel like triangles actually would work better. Because these look too much like eye bags and they're making him look a little too tired. There you go, that looks good. We'll patiently wait until the next one comes out. I love the designs and concepts of Pokemon Blood. Thank you very much. No. No gradient. We will go with shape instead. Soft weight tummy. A video I've actually been wanting to make for a while about Pokemon Blood is like a story-centered video about Pokemon Blood rather than like a Pokemon design. Because I actually do have like a story in mind. Because my least favorite thing about Pokemon video games is that the stories are lame. The stories are lame. And the writing's not my favorite, and I don't like it. I feel like it's only gotten worse over time. Like, the dialogue always feels very childish and whatnot. I feel like the best Pokemons... We haven't really had a good Pokemon story, since the original anime. Everything else after that, like, kind of, like, slowly became kind of dog trash. I remember enjoying XY. That was good, except that, not XY, it was Black and White. I enjoyed Black and White. But other than that, really, it feels like as the audience for Pokemon has aged and become adults, it feels like the writing has only gotten less mature and less sophisticated, and that's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. I just like the concept of catching weird animal things. I agree. Ah, don't do that. Something about like modern media just in general is it feels like everything is dumbing itself down unnecessarily for children. Everything, like even things that are made for adults, feel like they're dumbing themselves down. I don't want something simple and stupid and dumb. I want something that means something. I want something that has morals and values and themes that that last. Like something that anyone from any age can like look back on and think about, you know? I want stuff that like makes you think. And I'm not talking about like those really stupid like Oscar bait trash movies where it's just people suffering for 30 minutes, or if it's just those people those ones where it's just people be like doing nothing and it's supposed to be profound. Like no. This is art. I miss art. Everything's so clean and safe and there's no room for actual art anymore. I kind of get why studios are like trying to be so safe because, you know, capitalism, and you want things to appeal to the most amount of people possible, so going really safe helps with that. But I feel like we're getting to the point in our culture where people are bored of that, or at least some people are. We're getting to a point in our culture where there's become a divide between people who want more and people that are okay with the brain rot. Like it seems like it's either gone to one extreme or the other, where people either care way too much or they don't care at all. The worst thing a Pokemon game can do for me is lock off new Pokemon introduced in that generation to the post game, hence why Gen 2 and Diamond and Pearl and their remakes will always be my least favorites. Unfortunately, I'm not a big enough nerd to be able to fully understand what you're saying there. The only Pokemon game that like I actually remember um well enough to tell you about it is actually the card game. I love the card game. I love the card game, and I love what's it called? Um the pocket version, Pokemon TCG Pocket, I think is what it's called. I play that a lot. I love that game. Gameplay is so good. I think the card game is underrated. Because it feels like everybody knows the card game for, like, Pokemon scalpers who, like, scalp the heck out of the cards. The actual gameplay, though, is goated. So much fun. Fun fact, Arceus is canonically smashable. I think actually canonically a lot of them are. Like Typhlosion was also like confirmed to be smashable. Like it's been canon in the Pokemon lore ever since the first Pokemon games ever that like Pokemon like that humans and Pokemon used to be the same thing. And then at some point there was like a change. You're supposed to be covered in bandages. You're not correct. No, I didn't mean to delete that. Have you seen some of the videos of the Pokemon card scalpers fighting at the Pokemon card machines? I have seen that. You know what would be a really easy way to like counter scalpers? Like make it so that people can't get Pokemon cards on their own. Make it so that they have to ask an employee and then one each. Boom. Problem solved. I mean, it certainly is annoying, but it's better than scalpers. Did you hear that there was actually an executive order or something like that? To make it illegal to use bots to scalp concert tickets? Because there's like this really big problem in the music industry right now, um, where people will use bots to buy up tons and tons of concert tickets, and then they resell them for a huge markup. Vaporeon is also smashable. Everybody, throw eggs at this man. I wouldn't know. I don't want to go to concerts because I feel like I'd be too overwhelmed. Based. When the 11-year-old that just moved into town casually has got insane on a leash. You know what I think the lamest thing about Pokemon nowadays is? Other than like the stories being like dumbed down for kids, is actually the way that legendaries are handled. They don't feel legendary anymore. Cause like I think it was in the newest game that you got a legendary Pokemon just by feeding it a sandwich. That's so lame. Because when the first Pokemon games ever came out, the only way to get legendaries, which at the time was it was Mew and it was Mewtwo, the way that you would get them was actually through glitches. You were supposed to like glitch out of areas that you were supposed to be in, and then you could encounter them. That felt legendary. But a legendary Pokemon doesn't feel legendary if the only thing you have to do in order to catch it is just play the base game. That's lame. I think in order to get a legendary, you should have to go out of your way and go through something extremely difficult to overcome in order to even get a chance to encounter it. That would really make it feel legendary. Like, you shouldn't be able to just casually catch a legendary. And frankly, I don't think that leading up to the very end of the game in order to catch a legendary is the best idea either. Like, yeah, that can work, but you know what I would prefer is if you didn't do that. I don't want catching a legendary to be something that just anyone who plays the game can do. I want it to be hard and difficult. It actually feels like an accomplishment once you've completed that enormous challenge. I think that's what I miss more than anything. I miss challenge. It feels like nowadays our world is like especially in the world of content is catering more and more to things not being challenging. I feel like too much stuff nowadays, whether it's art, music, like TV shows, writing, video games, everything is too handholdy, and I'm sick of it. Either that or it'll be like artificially challenging, which isn't fun. You know, I get why they do that, because when things are too challenging, you get games like Dark Souls that are so difficult that they become next to impossible for the average person. I remember I tried playing Dark Souls 3 once, and I could not get past the tutorial boss, so I gave up and I never went back. Mewtwo is the goat. Mewtwo is the goat. And he's intelligent enough to smash. Is Hollow Knight difficult? Oh, very. I have not actually completed the game yet, but that's my own fault. Not because I can't do it, but just because, like, I don't have time to do anything. I just remembered what I wanted my Mammon's clothing to look like, so now I have to erase it and try again. Don't erase it. Maybe it might be better, for you, instead of erasing it, to actually draw it in a separate page or something. Is that enough contrast? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I would recommend drawing it on a separate page instead, or like in a separate drawing. So that way if you end up deciding that you already like what you draw, what you did already true, I mean, then you can just come back to it no problem. That kind of scares me off. I don't like hard games. No, it's okay. I get that. I just got an ad on my own stream. That's hilarious. I want the Sins to have fancy clothing that they wear to meetings or in disguises. Based. I might have to change that nose after all, because I don't like one-use colors. Now we keep the nails red. We keep them red. Hmm. Don't like what I've made. Maybe like a dark blue cape instead? I hate that. Hmm. Temporary color, just like to make sure that I have everything filled in. Now I have an idea. Maybe even a lighter blue than that might work. It needs more saturation, I think. No. Too much. That works. get rid of that problem. You might look better in red. Ah! It's fine, I can just fill in over it, no problem. It does look better. It does look better. Green, I don't want to use green. I feel like I've over-relied on green, because I've already got... like, you gotta remember that this design is actually supposed to fit in with these ones, and we've already got 3 very green designs. You are... I'm moving this one down below where I don't have to look at it. I'm sorry, Jesse. But every time I look at this one in particular, it's just my soul. It was such an easy one for me to drop, but my goodness, the colors just ruin it. It was so close to being something I liked, too. And you know, it could have looked a lot worse. I did my best. I really did my best. Still cute, though. Even if the colors are horrendous, there's something about it that's still kind of endearing. Let me out! Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of green designs. So I want something a little bit different. I would like to tie some green into here also. Kenji doesn't have any green, and Diva doesn't have any green either. I don't know, chat. I feel like this might not be my best design. Here's like a dark green. It does look miles better though. Maybe we'll take this green. We'll take this green and make it a little bit lighter. No, make it lighter. Lighter. I think that's better. The green and the blue look kind of ugly together though. What? There it is. Nyeh. Well, there's it as green. It does look better. I made an edit with the rose gold tail like you suggested. Oh, I did see that, I think. I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, that, that decision, that commission that pained me. That is one I will never forget. I think stream froze for me. It might have. Or maybe I'm just being myself and being very quiet again. I feel like I'm not really the best person to stream, really. Because I'm usually a fairly quiet person. No. Yes. Red eyes, I think, would be better. Yeah. Hmm. 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 I'm making an edit. The idea I have for Emily is pale white skin with sky blue hair and a dress as well as golden eyes. Is that a good palette? Yes. That is something I can actually work with. Well, goodbye, man chest. You are gone but not forgotten. That is miles better. That is way better. That's way better. That's way better. There's no comparing that. I want to bring the pool back. I want to... I've made a mistake. I combined the layers. I can still fix it. I can still fix it. I can still fix it. No big deal. I don't know if you're American or not, but if you have, are you experiencing the storm? I am American. I'm not where the storm is. For me, it's nice, bright, and sunny. I've heard about the storm, though. My family lives where the storm is. What was I doing? I'm bring that lightness back up, sweetheart. That's a kind of a nice blue. I think the Charlotte redesign I commissioned you for actually got fan art in the server. Did it really? Oh, I would love to see that. I hope you have that saved. I'm gonna quickly put this on its own layer again, in case I need to change it more. That is better. That is better. That piece. Nah. No. What's wrong with me? No, it looks bad. It looks fine right there, but this piece is too big for that. Yeah, send that to me if you've got it. Okay. That I can tolerate. Do want some green. I do want green in here. Maybe green eyes instead? That does look better. Changing out for the red for the green. Changing the red out for the green. You know, we'll leave the red on the claws. And we're definitely leaving it on the nose. We'll make the wrong layer. I'm on the wrong layer. Where is it on? Where? There we go. Yeah. Time for the afternoon session of conference already? Not the afternoon session, but the evening one. I don't want to do the evening one. I'm making a decision. I'm making a decision. I've made the decision. I've unmade the decision. I've made the decision. The decision is made, the decision is final. Alright, time to send this to Mercer. Yep. Yep. Hopefully he likes this, so that I can do the final art on Monday. Also, my friends are blowing up our WhatsApp chat group with Jack Blank Minecraft quotes. That's great. I've changed my mind. I'm not happy. No, not the whole thing. It's just this part. I think I'm happy with that. It's a lot of colors and it's a lot of different colors, but I do think it works. normally don't work with this many colors. This is a lot of colors for me. Especially when there's so many different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 very different colors. I normally don't work with that many. It's a different palette for me. Oh, wrong one. This one first. And the blue. As a child, I yearn for the mines. So real, so real. Yeah. Alright, everyone. Good stream, good stream. I think we had a very good stream. We didn't get to do any Minecraft drawings, unfortunately, but that's alright. I'll do them later tonight anyway. Maybe. Probably. I'll get to them eventually. I still need to finish my script for that. But yeah, good stream, good stream. It was a good stream. We had fun. We had the opposite of fun. A lot of good times, good times. Bye, everyone.